Dear friends and colleagues, welcome to the Arpit course in Art, Literature and Culture. This course will be offered over a period of 40 modules, and the course is titled World Literature and Literary Cultures, Genres and Text. My name is Dhananjay Singh and I am Professor at the Center for English Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Friends, the birth of literature and literary cultures has to do with this intrinsic human necessity to share an important experience with another person or a group of people by narrating it, singing and dancing it, or inscribing it on a stone, a piece of wood, or writing it on a piece of paper. Therefore, literature is as old as human civilization. The seeds of civilization were sown when the humans made an attempt to interpret and find meanings in the sounds and objects of nature. For example, the way our rishis did is preserved in the Rig Veda. Literature progressed when they sought to organize or reform human societies, such as the Buddha did in the Jatakas or Confucius in Sijing. Three acts of literature: firstly, narrating it as in Homer's Iliad; secondly, enacting it as in Bharata's Natya Shastra or Kalidasa's Abhigyan Shakuntalam; or thirdly, singing and dancing it as in Chinese opera Jazzo. These have been the dominant modes of literary expressions across the world cultures. This course on world literature and literary cultures, genres and texts offers an introduction to key literary forms and texts around the world, both traditional as well as modern. The course is premised upon the universality of literary experience. Even before the category of world literature came to be discussed after its famous coinage by the German writer Goethe, universalism was the driving impulse of all literary cultures. Therefore, it is not surprising that the Indian book of fables of Panchtantra travelled across the Arabian seas to Persia and then the Arab world, and from there in the 6th century CE to different parts of Europe, also to Tibet and other South Asian countries, to become a quintessential text of world literature. The first section of this course would introduce literary genres and texts from the ancient world civilizations: India, Greece, China and Persia. The major literary genres discussed with examples would be Natya, Itihasa, Katha from India, epic and drama from Greece, Shi and Yoju Wenshui, travel literature in translation from Chinese. The major literary figures would be Bharata, Kalidasa, Homer, Sophocles, Confucius and Omar Khayyam, selections from all these. The second section of the course would introduce genres and compositions from early second millennium to the advent of European modernity in the literary cultures of Asia, such as India, Japan, Korea and China. An important objective of this course at this point would be to analyze the influences of these literary cultures and the genres on the literary cultures of Europe and vice versa. For instance, the Noah theatre and its influence on the 20th century European theatre. The third section of the course would deliberate upon the category of world literature in modern, colonial, post-colonial and global contexts. The course at this point will revisit the prediction of Goethe that national literature was a thing of past, he said, and the future belonged to world literature. In the first part of this section, the course is introduced texts of modern literature from European countries, various European countries such as Russia, France, Germany and England, as expressions of modernity and the associated socio-political attributes of their literary cultures. In the second part of this section, post-colonial literatures from India, Ireland, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Australia, Canada and the Americas would be introduced. An abiding interest of this course at this point would be to present the forms of intersectionalities between the literary cultures. For instance, the Dalit autobiography of Om Prakash Valmiki, his Jutan, in resonance with the experience expressed in Frederick Douglass' memoir, a narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, an American slave. The fourth and the last section of this course would deliberate and discuss the category of world literature in the 21st century in the context of this inescapable relationship between literature and new media, which has uprooted the limits of time, space, and territory. I invite you to join this course with me. Thank you so much.